Without doubt, Crode is so important as we go through the lineups now, but Crode just has to be a target. He's got to mark the ball up forward.
Jude Bolton coming off another great game for the Sydney Swans last week with 32 disposals. He always gets the job done.
He certainly does. O'Loughlin's one that was quiet last week, one of the few for the Sydney Swans, so they'll be looking at him to bounce back.
I touched on Barry Hall. Now, Joel Smith to Barry Hall. They tried that a couple of weeks ago at Carrara with Jonathan Brown. What do you think?
It wasn't a good matchup for Jonathan Brown. He kicked 8 goals on the night, but I think Joel Smith will probably start there, and then if they get down to Crode, that means Hawthorn are in a lot of trouble.
Mitchell's the man. He's the man that really sets this team up. If Everett can get it to Mitchell quickly, he's so important. Now, Kirk to Mitchell, it's probably the best bet, isn't it?
It probably is. I mean, the most important thing for Hawthorn Footy Club is they've got to go well at the clearances. Through the midfield, Sam Mitchell is their most important player in that aspect of the game. Kirk is the best at stopping those players.
He is a wonderful player at the clearances. Luke Ablett always gets a job, probably on another Luke in Hodge. I mean, Hodge has had some pretty hard tags of late.
Yeah, he has, and Ablett's one of those players really evolved over the last 12 months. He was a bits and pieces player last year. He's legitimately a midfielder and a very good player for the Sydney Swans.
Yes, not only can he stop, he can also get hold of the football as well. Trent Crode is the key up forward, but they will welcome back Lance Buddy Franklin. He's a bit of a cult hero. Hasn't played footy this year, but played very well last year in his debut year.
Yeah, he'll be a cult hero if he can mark a few balls in the forward 50 and help out Trent Crode. Guerra has been playing a lot as loose man defence. Yep. I don't think the Sydney Swans will allow that tonight.
Lewis Roberts-Thompson went forward for a little bit last week. Williams and Barry, now we're looking forward to that matchup. Williams has got electrifying pace. Barry likes to get in close and play from behind.
Yeah, traditionally he likes to pick up the bigger players in Leo Barry, but Williams, he's just such an important player. They'll put their best defender on him in Leo Barry. It'll be a great matchup.
It will be a highlight of the night. Ted Richards enjoying his move over to the Sydney Swans, the bench. Taylor coming in for his first game of the season, I should say, with Clark, Kane and Birchall on the bench for the Hawks. And for the Sydney Swans, they've had to make a change. They very rarely do. Bolton out and Matthews in. It's not a bad player to come in.
It's a handy rotation, and the rotation of both midfields through the interchange bench will be very important.
Umpire's head, Ellison Ryan will kick things off. Umpire Ryan holds the ball aloft. We're underway, and it will be Jolly against Everett. The matchup we have been looking forward to. Bolton first to it. Ladsford clearing for the Hawks. Here's Everett striding after it. Taken by Lewis. Played very well for Box Hill in the reserves last week. Back in the team. Williams there also. Crouch. High tackle from Franklin. And away goes Barry to Ty Connelly. Has some real space to move into here. Loves to run. Goods. Bad kick, nice smother from Dixon. Here's a chance for Hawthorn. Here's Franklin again. Guerra getting plenty of the ball on that loose man option. Over the top. Crode heads to the top of the square. Open forward line for Hawthorn. Richards wants the boundary line and finds it.
Work rate's certainly there. I think the match committee for the Hawthorn Footy Club would be encouraged with the pace. They're prepared to back themselves and work hard up at the ball.
Lovely clearing kick. Has set up Richards. It came from Connelly into the forward 50. Davis with a little bump. 4 goals against the Hawks in both their matches last season, round 1 and round 22, and he's coming off 3 last week. He doesn't miss too many. Swans have the opening goal at the MCG. He almost got it back, but instead Sydney go through Kirk. Not his best kick, on the wrong boot for him. Out of bounds on the full. Malcheski is just getting some attention, or trying to get some attention. In the meantime, Danny Jacobs is on the switch for Hawthorn. He wants to be good. He is. Brown. Now Davis went too far. It allows Brown for the fast break. What can the Hawks do here? Trying to set up the loose man. Guerra can go back to Smith or back to Brown, or give it away. One of the worst kicks you'll ever see. Nick Davis for his second. There it is. All clear, 1 goal.
That's his attribute. He can run and deliver, Kane. That's what he brings to the game.
Goes wide. Closing quickly that time was Campbell. Beaten for the ball. Chance for Hall. One of a kind bounce. Got an ugly one. Wraps Jacobs up in that tackle, and here he comes. Running into the open goal. Buchanan bangs it home. Roughhead charges out at the ball. So does Crode. Couldn't quite take it. Ablett can. Long raking handball, just rockets the ball to Jude Bolton. And here's O'Loughlin inside 50. He's a confidence player when it comes to his kicking. If he starts getting on target, and he's on target.
Two minutes remaining in the first term. Almost a 2-minute warning here because the warning signs for the Hawks. 4 straight kicks. Kane trying to spin out of trouble. Bolton gets the clearance. He's so good at that. There's Barry Hall sliding in, and he could get home from here and make it a 5-goal lead. 52 metres out. We'll get the distance.
Yep.
We'll have the accuracy. Another goal to Sydney.
And now
somewhat stifled now, though. And a little chip over the top. They're going to turn it over. Buchanan got in the way of Smith. The quick hands from O'Keefe to Ablett. Heading in the Hall direction. One-on-one, he loves it like this. Now, he could go over to O'Loughlin, and he does. Unselfish from Barry.
It just kills you all the time if you can't hit a target coming out of defence.
His second for the night, his 15th for the season. Swans set up in a huddle then, and then broke, and that's Everett. That's what we want to see from Spider. Floating across and wheeling around quickly. Good kick. Williams on the lead. Should go back and get the first goal for the Hawks. Williams. 40 metres out. Kicks it. The Hawks have their first.
Finds Kane. He's a handy young player. Crowd at the for the ball is Campbell Brown using his strength. Toe pokes the ball forward, looking for Crawford. He was looking for a free kick. He's got it over the shoulder. They've hit the woodwork, but the ball's coming back from just 35 metres out. Straight through the centre.
Taken break. Long ball again. Here's Dixon. Crumbing. Round the corner. That might stay in for Williams. He has enough time to steady. Spots a man and misses the target. That would have been a shot on goal. It would have been very important because the Swans are away on the break here, though. O'Keefe got it from Fosdyke. Backs himself. Gets a runner through the middle. Schneider has a bounce. Well, he went to Davis. I thought he was going to load up and have a shot. And the rebound footy from Sydney. 40 metres out. Straight through. That's rebound footy at its best.
Birchall to Clark. Looking for Crow. Bounces to his feet in front of Roberts Thompson. Wobbles the ball in. Chance here for Williams playing in front. Williams. Some more heart now for the Hawks.
Crowded.
Well, Peter Everett's going to be the target. Had him in his sights. Mitchell's the tackler. Brings Kirk to the ground. Adam Good's over the top. Williams somehow shovels the ball out. There was a throw. Wasn't picked up. Fosdyke works hard, finds Kirk, his partner in crime, Crouch, runs into a roadblock in the shape of Guerra. Kirk somehow just tunnel balls it out, great vision, finds Ty Kennelly, loves the run with the ball to set it up, and Williams rockets the ball wide. Danger period here now for the Hawks as Snyder hammers the ball in, getting back is Davis. He's going to run in, he's going to kick a goal, bangs it through. Nick Davis has got 4. He's a tough nut. There's Jared Roughhead, caught one in the back. Pounced on this time by Williams. Round the corner, Ladson closed very quickly. O'Keefe kept his footing. Finds Kirk. Here's Hall now out in front. Runs in. It's a beautiful looking kick. That's through the heart of the Hawks. Just keeps on running. There's Jared Crouch. There's a shove out that time by O'Loughlin. Missed by the umpire. O'Keefe squeezed up on the boundary line. Finds O'Loughlin. 1-2. Centering kick. Danger here for the Hawks. Getting back is Fosdyke. And he's got it. No angle to speak of. Directly in front. From just 30 metres out. Bangs it home. This will take some courage. And Campbell Brown running with a flight of the ball. Take a bow. Take the VC. Hammers the ball inside. 50. Good fist away that time. Brings the ball to the front. Handy play for the Hawks. Crawford from Lewis. Now to Mitchell. Some rumcun for the Hawks. That's a beautiful kick. Finds Ladson. Pops it in front. Dixon. Bit of 12 goals for the season. Just one behind tonight. Dixon. He's got it.
Well, there's Luke Ablett. A problem with his mouth, Tiff.
He had a fair bit of bleeding, but it looks like they've just stopped it. Nick Davis back on as well.
Thanks, Tiff, as Hawthorn getting some reward for some endeavour with that goal to Dixon. Can they get 2 in a row as Birchall tries to thread through? Chambers in the way. Adam Goods. Sydney running hard here. Williams. Could have gone to O'Keefe, went to Bolton instead. Campbell had to leave his man. The Sydney fans want 50 and they get it. He can't believe it. I think you've got to give a big man the benefit of the doubt. Jude Bolton doesn't care. He kicks a goal for the Swans.
Everett wins the tap's been sharked that time by Kirk. Quickly around the corner. Good defensive play by Jacobs. Smashed the ball forward. Pounced on this time by Sam Mitchell. Wobbles the ball forward. Taken away by Richards. Nearly run down that time by Crow.
Free downfield.
So it has been paid. It was a bit late. Here's Williams inside 50. The veterans kicked 1 goal for the season. Game number 302. Williams pumps it through.
Everett, clever knock, but standing in the way for Sydney was Schneider. They have another chance. Threading through the handball was Lewis, and kicking the goal is Crow.
Started as Groundhog Day.
It is. Goods went to play on, slipped. Brown went over the mark and gave away the 50. Very unfortunate there.
Never moved off his line. Here's O'Loughlin. Wants a kind bounce. He's got Joel Smith to beat. Paddles the ball long in front. Smith's done well. Has to release the ball.
That
he has so. I thought he might have released it. And Hodge there with the ball in his hand saying, I've got the ball. From 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Bends it back. Kicks a goal.
I prefer him on the run. He's going to go short to Barry, who won't mind the set shot. No, back to Buchanan. So not sure about that as a decision from Barry Hall. In the end, it's a beautiful play because the co-captain has it 20 metres out.
They called play on, and David and I were talking about this off air. It's almost as if the umpires have taken this into their own hands to make sure that he's every bit of 15 metres for the short passes. Maybe it's a subconscious thing to cut out the chip in around, but that is what the Sydney Swans do well, just to get it into the forward 50 so they can have a shot on goal.
Kirk. 3 goals, 6 for the season. Make it 4 and Sydney go further ahead.
Everett takes the front position. So does Hodge. Fresh air kick. Mitchell with strength somehow. Toe pokes the ball out. And hacked out of the air. That time came from Crawford. Birchall. Back to Clark. Around the corner. Must play in front. Crode was playing in front. Roberts-Thompson dragged to the ground that time by Roughhead. Wants a free kick. Hawthorn supporters got it! They were waiting. Should kick this one. Good kick by the young man. Straight through the centre.
No change to the three-quarter time score.
Roberts-Thompson will be fine to come back on. He's just taking a rest.
Thanks, Tiff. Jolly with O'Keefe. Releases Schneider, who kicks the goal.
15-3, 93 the Swans, 6-11, 47 the Hawks. That's good news from Tiffany Cherry. Roberts-Thompson will be okay to come back. Here's Crow taking a spectacular grab in front of leaping Leo. Here's a thumping kick. Gives it across to Guerra. He'll get some boos. Hammers the ball into the square. That's a great kick.
Schneider waited, missed his target. A chance though. Matthews got it from Kirk, spinning out of trouble. O'Keefe, good from here, O'Keefe, and good again.
10 individual goal kickers for the Swans. 101 plays 53. They lead by 48 points after leading by 40 points at three-quarter time. 21 at half-time. It was a 29-point lead at quarter time. And here's Barry Hall. Traps the ball inside 50. Wants to get around Campbell. Stood his ground well. That's a great kick. He's bending it back. Big bad Barry's kicked a goal.
Hooks it round. Wants Williams. And here they come, the Swans. They arrived in numbers. And they finally clear it. And it's Barry. He wanted a runner. Kirk. Roberts-Thompson. Bolton. Long kick. Hall got to beat 2. One of them arriving was Jacobs. It falls for Barry Hall, who kicks his 4th. A lucky one for the big man.
Spots up Leo Barry. Hard man to match up to, Adam Goods. It's not quite, I mean, virtually he plays as a wingman, he plays across half-back, he plays on the forward line. Here's a chance for O'Keefe, finding space. O'Keefe has kicked one goal. It's come in this last term. Usually he's a very, very good kick. Hammers at home. I think they've got a good future, David, with Jared Ruffhead and Jordan Lewis and Lance Franklin, and of course all the young boys from the draft this year that they haven't seen yet. Bo Dowler, we're told, is starting to play a few games.
I think their future will be good. We just got to wait.
Williams dragged down the tackle that time by Ladson. There's a bit of frustration creeps into the side from time to time.
Yes, I think their work last week was very undisciplined.
Here's Adam Goods. Make that possession number 28 as the siren sounds. Big smile on the face of Barry Hall. It's been a wonderful night for Sydney, 19,519. The Hawks 7-12-54 with Big Bad Barry kicking 4 goals. His partner in crime was Nick Davis with 4 and 3 goals to Michael O'Loughlin, major goal kickers for the Swans. And for Hawthorn, it was Mark Williams, 2 goals, their only multiple goal kicker.